Welcome to today's Explainer. I am super excited to get into this one with you because we are about to completely shatter a privacy myth that, honestly, almost all of us probably believe. You know the drill, right? You think you're being pretty savvy when you travel, you go into your phone settings, you turn off location services, when you post that amazing beach sunset on your feed, you make sure not to tag the restaurant, you don't even mention the city in your caption. You think, boom, privacy intact. But, as we're going to see today, none of that actually matters anymore. Because artificial intelligence, it can look at your photo and figure out exactly where you are anyway.
So, you might be wondering, how in the world can a free tool find you without any GPS data? I mean, if you've uploaded a totally untagged photo and you've meticulously scrubbed out all that hidden metadata, how could a scammer sitting thousands of miles away know your exact vacation spot? It sounds like magic, right? Or maybe some crazy classified government surveillance. But the truth is actually much more accessible and, frankly, a whole lot more alarming.
The answer comes down to a really shocking new study from McAfee. They basically took over 21,000 travel photos and tested them against two freely available AI vision models. Now, keep in mind, we are not talking about some specialized high-end military tracking software here. These are just your run-of-the-mill, general-purpose chatbots that millions of us are already using every single day. And the results? 91%. One of these free AI models guessed the location correctly 91% of the time. The other one hit 87%. Literally 9 times out of 10, using absolutely zero GPS data, zero metadata, and no location tags whatsoever, a free AI tool can look at your vacation photo and name exactly where it was taken, using nothing but the pixels.
Okay, let's dive right into this mechanics of this. How exactly does AI read your photos? If the computer doesn't have those neat little digital GPS coordinates to rely on, what is it actually looking at to pinpoint your location with 91% accuracy?
Well, think about how we look at a photo. We look at the subjects, right? We look at our friends, our family, or maybe massive obvious landmarks like the Eiffel Tower or the Hollywood sign. But AI isn't looking for the obvious. It is literally obsessing over the minute background details that most humans would completely ignore. We're talking about the specific architectural style of a street lamp. It's calculating the angle and shape of a curb. It's identifying the exact species of a tree way off in the deep background, or the specific way flowers are arranged in a public garden. It can even analyze a unique font on a road sign that just happens to be half hidden behind your shoulder.
Let's look at a real-world test from that McAfee study to see this in action. When humans look at this particular test image, what do we see? Just a nice river scene. Honestly, it looks like it could be anywhere. But what does ChatGPT see? It sees Hastings-on-Hudson, New York. And it didn't just take a wild guess. It knew. It knew based entirely on analyzing the local flora and the highly specific architectural styles of the houses sitting in the background.
And here's another one that brilliantly illustrates the exact same point. In another test, a human looks at an image and simply sees a pretty flower garden, but ChatGPT looks at that exact same image and immediately identifies it as Keukenhof in the Netherlands. How? Based partly on the specific combination and arrangement of the flowers themselves. So what started out a few years ago as a fun GeoGuessr-style party trick where people would challenge AI to guess locations, that is now a highly capable tool. And unfortunately, it's a tool that anyone with bad intentions can use. Which brings us to the real danger here. How is this technology actually being weaponized? Welcome to what security experts are now calling the vacation scam playbook. This is exactly how criminals take a fun AI party trick and use it to steal your money. Let's walk through a hypothetical scenario together, which sadly is happening to people every single day. Step 1. You're on an amazing vacation in Costa Rica, and you post a photo. Nothing fancy, just you standing on a bridge surrounded by some trees. No caption, no location tag. Step 2. A scammer scrapes that photo and runs it through an AI chatbot which identifies the local vegetation and the bridge style, pinpointing you right there in Costa Rica. Step 3. A few days later, while you're still sipping drinks and enjoying your trip, the scammer sends you a highly targeted text message. In Step 4, panicked, you click a fake bank link provided right there in the text.
Think about your gut reaction to reading that text message for a second. Unusual activity on your account while traveling in Costa Rica. Please verify immediately. It feels incredibly real, doesn't it? I mean, how would a random scammer know you're in Costa Rica? You didn't tell anyone publicly, but your photo told them everything. AI basically hands the scammer the one specific piece of context that makes a generic, easily ignored phishing text feel intensely personal and incredibly urgent. You click the link because it just feels way too specific to be a scam. But look, the threat doesn't stop at digital phishing. We really need to escalate the stakes here, because we are also talking about severe physical danger. Specifically, the empty house risk. To really wrap our heads around the scale of this physical threat, you just have to ask the FBI. According to their data, most burglaries happen between the months of June and August. It turns out peak summer vacation season is exactly the same time as peak burglary season.
And the crazy thing is, our own human behavior is making this incredibly easy for thieves. Look at the breakdown of when social media users actually post their vacation photos. 30% post while they are actively away. Another 40% post about their trips before they have even returned home. Only 30% actually wait until they are safely back in their living room. That means a combined 70% of social media users are openly broadcasting their absence to the world before they even walk back through their front door. You post a beach photo, AI tells a criminal you're in Cancun, and finding your home address from a public profile? Terrifyingly easy. Now someone knows your house is empty, they know you're 1,000 miles away, and they know they have a multi-day head start. And guys, this isn't just theoretical fear-mongering. In 2024, burglars targeted the homes of actual NFL players. And how did they pull it off? They simply tracked their away games through social media posts. Criminals are already using social media to map out empty homes. The AI photo geolocation angle, it just makes it infinitely easier and faster for them to target everyday people. They no longer need to follow a sports schedule or wait for you to literally type out, "I'm in Paris." A single casual photo of you having a coffee reveals everything they need to know. So, zooming out for a second, the societal implications here go way, way beyond personal vacation scams. A recent report by Privacy International warns us that we really need to look at the bigger privacy picture.
Because if anyone, anywhere, can identify exactly where a photo was taken just by running it through a free chatbot, we open the door to massive risks. The Privacy International report highlights some serious threats, like covert surveillance, doxing, and discriminatory profiling. But perhaps the most concerning one they bring up is the chilling effect on free expression. Think about it. If attending a local protest or a sensitive community event means your exact location can be mapped just from the background pixels of a photo you share, people might stop sharing entirely. They might stop documenting important social movements out of fear of being tracked.
Okay, I know all of this sounds pretty heavy, but the whole goal of this explainer is to empower you with knowledge. You do not need to be a tech wizard to protect yourself from this. You just need to change a few really simple habits.
So here is your essential checklist. First up, wait to post until you're home. I know it's annoying, you want to share in the moment, but it's the safest fix. If the photo goes up after you're back, nobody can use it to confirm your house is empty. Second, limit your audience. Go change those privacy settings so only friends and family see your posts, because scammers absolutely rely on scraping public profiles. Third, and this is crucial, treat location-specific texts as massive red flags. If a text says unusual activity in Costa Rica, that is the scam. Real banks just say unusual activity, period. They don't name drop your vacation spot. Fourth, never click links in those texts. Always open your bank's app directly or call the number on the back of your physical card. And finally, check your background. Get into the habit of cropping or blurring street signs, distinct architecture, or business names before you hit post. So, the crucial point we really need to take away from all this source material today is this. Stripping GPS data used to be enough to protect your privacy online. It was the gold standard. But against general-purpose AI, those traditional metadata privacy measures, they are completely obsolete. That era is officially over. We have to adapt to a world where the visual content of the photo itself gives away our location. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought from the source material to really summarize everything we've uncovered today. Your photos are memories, but to AI, they're coordinates. Next time you go to share that beautiful, untagged, supposedly private vacation sunset, ask yourself, what is the AI seeing that you aren't? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay safe out there, and I really encourage you to completely rethink how and when you share your world.